Bear, the 9-month-old Golden Retriever. Bear joined us for a 3-week board and train. One of his owner's main concerns was his lack of leash manners. He would pull on leash, zigzag in front of his owners. Overall, he was very distracted and could not focus on them. Inside of the house, he also struggled with jumping on people and countertops, and again, being high energy and not able to calm down. One of the first things we started working on with Bear is to create calmness. So here we're working on creating calmness at the doorway. As we have people come in, he wants to rush and jump on them, so we're using a little bit of spatial pressure and when needed, a small squirt of water to get him to back up and create space. We're looking for Bear to be calm and relaxed, and at that point we will then let him greet and interact with our guest. So here he finally calmed down, so he was able to greet our guest and wasn't jumping. Again, working on creating space away from the guest at the door. You can see he's now giving plenty of space and not being overly pushy. When he does try and push forward, we're just again using a little bit of spatial pressure to back him up, and you can see his state of mind is changing. He's calming down and becoming more relaxed. This calm mindset is something that we're going to carry over through all aspects of his training. We also worked on improving Bear's leash manners, teaching him a heel command where he now will walk by our side without pulling on leash. You can see he's also checking in and looking to us for direction, where before he was completely disengaged. He started to learn an auto sit, where when we stopped walking, he would automatically sit next to our side and wait for the walk to resume. We took these skills and practiced them in new and distracting environments, such as at Mayberry Park. Jumping on counters was a big issue for Bear, so we started setting up numerous training scenarios in different environments and with different countertops to teach him to stay off. Anytime he would jump on the countertop, he'd have a small no and a correction. And then anytime like now where he knows there's something up there and is choosing to ignore it, we would reward that desired behavior. Bear struggled with listening in distracting situations, especially around other dogs. He's a dog that went to daycare prior to training, so he never had any issues with showing aggression towards other dogs, but other dogs did get him really excited, and at times he would not listen if he was playing. So we set up scenarios such as this, where we were working on his recall away from the other dog. We would let him approach the other dog and show interest, and then we would practice calling him away. We wanted to make sure that we had a strong recall even with distractions, so that if we had a play group going on, we knew we could get his attention and he would listen, even with other dogs and excited energy going on. From here, we did have him in several play groups. We worked on his manners with other dogs as well, making sure that he was polite and respectful with all the other dogs, and he did awesome. Checking back in on Bear's manners when guests came to the door. You saw in the beginning of the film how we started to create space when we had a guest entering the door. Here we're doing the same sort of scenario, so as our guest came and knocked on the door, we called him and put him in a place command where he is staying on the place cot until we release him. This gives us more space in the doorway, allows our guests to come in without being rushed or jumped on, allows our guests to come in and sit down and be relaxed, and Bear's patiently waiting for us to release him. Here we released him to go say hi, and you can see he's still super excited and happy to see our guests, but he's no longer jumping on them and knocking them over, which is a huge plus. Towards the end of training, we really focused on getting off-leash reliability, especially with Bear's recall. So here we have him out front in an open area with our trainer. She's running around, calling him to her. He's coming right away. At any point, he's not in a fenced-in area. He could run off, but with all the training he's been doing, he knows that he needs to come when we call him. We are super proud of Bear and the progress he has made during training. If you have a dog like Bear that you would like help with, check us out online at www.joeylukesdogtraining.com.